For decades, luxury SUVs followed one rule: Europe leads, America follows, and everyone else watches from a distance. That order is collapsing, quietly, relentlessly, because right now, a new wave of luxury SUVs is coming from China, and they don't just compete. They intimidate. Some offer supercar acceleration at half the price. Some deliver Rolls-Royce level comfort without asking permission from tradition. And some do things that shouldn't even be possible in a production vehicle. This isn't an imitation. It's a disruption. And the most shocking part? Most people in the US have no idea it's happening. Stay until the end, because once you see what these SUVs can actually do, the old definition of luxury will never feel secure again. So, start with number 1. Before start, subscribe your most favorite channel Rev Royale for upcoming interesting videos. 1. Yangwang U8, the luxury SUV that breaks physics. The Yangwang U8 doesn't represent luxury as comfort or speed. It represents control. This is not a vehicle designed to impress valet lines, it's built to dominate environments. There is no Western equivalent, because no Western brand has dared to cross this line. The U8 sits beyond traditional luxury, beyond off-road SUVs, beyond even engineering logic. It exists in a category of its own where confidence replaces compromise. Engine and performance power without limits. Underneath its imposing body is a quad-motor electric system, one motor per wheel. Total output? Over 1,100 horsepower and more than 1,200 Newton-meters of torque. 0-60 miles per hour happens in around 3 seconds, but numbers don't explain the sensation. This SUV doesn't accelerate, it repositions reality. There's no delay, no build-up, no hesitation. You press the pedal, and the world behind you simply gives up. It feels unnatural for something this tall, this heavy, this commanding to move like this. And yet it does. Calmly, effortlessly. Exterior highlights the shape of authority. Visually, the U8 looks unapologetic. Its stance is wide, tall, and squared, almost military. The proportions feel deliberate, not stylish. High ground clearance. Massive wheels. A body that looks engineered to survive impact, terrain, and time itself. The lighting design is sharp and functional, not decorative. On the road, it doesn't blend in, it occupies space. Other vehicles seem to move out of its way instinctively. Interior experience calm inside the storm. Step inside, and the tone changes completely. The cabin is quiet, controlled, almost serene. Premium leathers, solid metal switches, flawless panel fitment. Rear seats offer executive-level comfort, ventilation, massage, space to breathe. It's the contrast that shocks you. Brutal capability outside, surgical calm inside. Like sitting in a command center while chaos stays outside the glass. Technology and innovation where physics loses. This is where the U8 breaks rules. Each wheel operates independently. It can pivot, correct, and stabilize itself in ways that defy mechanical logic. It can float on water. It can drive with a punctured tire. Its terrain intelligence reads surfaces before you feel them. This isn't driving assistance, it's machine judgment. Price and value, the disruption. Estimated pricing sits around $150,000, $170,000. That's shocking because it outperforms vehicles costing double. This isn't for trend followers. It's for those who want absolute control without explanation. The Yangwang U8 isn't a luxury SUV. It's a declaration that dominance no longer needs permission. 2. Hongqi E-HS9, presidential luxury without permission. The Hongqi E-HS9 doesn't chase attention. It commands it. This SUV represents authority, quiet, institutional, unquestioned. Where Western luxury brands sell aspiration, Hongqi delivers legitimacy. This is political-grade luxury, built not for celebrities or influencers, but for leaders. In the hierarchy of luxury SUVs, the E-HS9 doesn't compete with Rolls-Royce, it replaces the need for it. Engine and performance, effortless arrival. Power comes from a dual-motor electric setup producing between 540 to 600 horsepower, depending on configuration. Acceleration is smooth, silent, unforced. This SUV doesn't lunge forward. It glides confidently. It doesn't rush. It arrives. There's no drama, no artificial aggression. Just steady, commanding motion that feels deliberate. The kind of movement that suggests decisions are already made. Exterior highlights the shape of power. The first thing you notice is the grille. Massive, Vertical. Ceremonial. It's not sporty, it's symbolic. The upright stance mirrors state limousines rather than performance SUVs. Vertical LED lighting elements stretch downward like formal insignias. The proportions are tall and proud, designed to be seen from a distance. This isn't a vehicle that blends into traffic, it defines it. On the road, it looks official, untouchable. Interior experience, executive isolation. Inside, the focus is unmistakably rear seat authority. Executive lounge, seating with deep recline. Massage functions tuned for long journeys. Materials feel traditional thick leather with accents brushed metal luxury that respects history rather than trends. But the most powerful feature is silence. Road noise disappears. Outside distractions fade. This cabin doesn't entertain, it insulates. Because when you're in charge, calm becomes the ultimate luxury. Technology and innovation, modern control. The cockpit is fully digital, but restrained. Large screens provide information without overwhelming the space. Advanced autonomous driving assistance supports smooth, confident cruising. The suspension is tuned for isolation, soft enough to erase imperfections, firm enough to remain composed. Technology here doesn't show off. It serves quietly. Price and value redefining status. Expected pricing lands between $120,000 and $150,000. That places it far below Rolls-Royce Cullinan or Bentley Bentayga, yet the presence feels just as commanding. This isn't about saving money. It's about choosing authority over ornament. The Hongqi E-HS9 doesn't ask for respect. It assumes it. 3. Zeekr 009, the silent private jet on wheels. The Zeekr 009 represents the future of luxury, not as performance, not as status, but as movement without friction. This is a vehicle built around a lounge-first philosophy, where driving is secondary and experience is everything. It doesn't pretend to be sporty. It doesn't chase dominance. Instead, it quietly redefines executive transport. In the luxury hierarchy, the Zeekr 009 sits where chauffeur-driven sedans and first-class airline cabins collide. This isn't an SUV replacement, it's an evolution beyond them. Engine and performance. Immediate power. Power comes from a dual-motor electric setup producing around 536 horsepower. Acceleration is instant, but deliberately muted. There's no shove, no jolt, just a smooth, seamless surge that feels like the vehicle is removing distance rather than creating speed. This is motion without urgency. The Zeekr 009 doesn't rush traffic, it flows through it. Exterior highlights. Visually, the design is clean, futuristic, and unapologetically modern. Sharp LED light signatures frame the front and rear like architectural elements. The body is tall, symmetrical, and composed more private terminal than parking lot. Power-operated sliding doors signal intent before they even open. This vehicle is about access, not aggression. On the road, it carries presence without intimidation, confident, controlled, unmistakably premium. Interior experience, first class redefined. Step inside and the Zeekr 009 stops feeling like a car. Rear seats resemble first-class airline suites, deeply cushioned, fully reclining, heated, ventilated. Fold-out tables transform the cabin into a mobile office. Ambient lighting adjusts to mood rather than time of day. And the silence absolute. Road noise fades. Wind disappears. The outside world becomes irrelevant. This cabin isn't for passengers. It's for occupants. Technology and innovation, intelligent comfort. Advanced autonomous driving systems handle highway cruising with confidence. Rear seat entertainment screens offer cinematic immersion. Smart climate control zones learn passenger preferences and adjust automatically. Technology here isn't flashy, it's invisible, seamless, obedient. Price and value replacing the old guard. Expected pricing sits between $80,000 and $100,000. That places it below ultra-luxury SUVs, but functionally above them. It replaces luxury vans, chauffeur sedans, and even private car services. This is executive mobility for people who no longer need to prove anything. The Zeekr 009 proves that true luxury isn't speed. It's silent. So tell me, which of these Chinese luxury SUVs shocked you the most, and why? Drop your pick in the comments. If this changed how you see luxury, like, subscribe, and stay curious.